this is a warning. If you see that, Denzel hasn't been producing content for a week, he went dark or something, what happened? Listen, that's an indication that number one, mafia, number two, cartel, or three, U.S. government picked me up and made me an offer that I cannot refuse, if you know what I mean. Uh, because, this information is vital, what I'm about to teach you and what I have been teaching you for the past couple months now. So, we gotta be careful because, I'm getting those phone calls now. I'm having phone calls with people, you know who I'm talking about, and they're like, look, Denzel, I'm gonna do big things in Colombia, you come down, I'm like, oh shit, here we go, you know. Just a joke, just a joke. I know who I'm talking to. Just joking around, But I sometimes I think I'm like, man, I might get whacked one of these days, or I just might get picked up and snatched. And they listen, Denzel, come work for us. We'll put you up in the penthouse. You know, what do you charge? Listen, forget what you charge. We'll provide you. We'll take care of you. Everything you need. You show us how to run this pharmaceutical company, or show us how to do this construction business that we got. Kind of flow things through. It's a little give or take. See what happens. Enough with all the jokes. Let's step into the lesson. All right. Here we have a gentleman, a business owner, contributed at tier 3, located in Texas. I love you, Texas. I love you guys. I prophesize that in the next year or two, that I will be traveling from state to state, putting on conferences either in churches, this is bold, either in churches or your average, business conference, workshop, seminar, right? Anything that has to do with personal development, sales, business, personal finance, right? I'm going to go from state to state, and I'm going to go to your area, go to your neighborhood, and we're going to collaborate. We're going to do some big things. We're going to help a lot of people in this lifetime. We're going to help a lot of people establish their kingdom here on earth, okay? So for this gentleman, that's what we're going to accomplish here today. Making about 10K a month, expenses roughly 7K. Current debt is 267,000, okay? And cash flow is anywhere from 3 to 5K. We managed to get our debt weapon, a checking line of credit, for 15,000 at 13%. We worked out the kinks, worked the numbers out, and said, listen, we're going to give ourselves, we're going to do a 10K chunk. First thing we're going to wipe out is a credit card debt that he has, which is this amount right here, which would give me a cash flow increase of 187 immediately. Now the difference between that and that is $2,931.52. We're also going to tackle another credit card that he owes $22,000 on. Now I know that's not going to pay off that, but the reason why I did that was simply to not only lower the balance, cut off the interest accruing on that big debt, but to temporarily increase my cash flow for 1 month of 455, and that's going to give me a nice boost. Okay? Now his cost on the checking line of credit, 13%, do the math, 10K times 13%, boom, it's $1,300 a year if I owed 10K for a year. If all I did was just pay the minimum payment on that checking line of credit, that's how much interest I'll pay. Okay? If I had the debt out for 1 day, right? I took 10K out, 24 hours go by, and I put 10K back in, I'll pay $3.56. If I let it outstanding for a month, I'll pay $106.84. So the goal is to stay here. How do we do that? By dumping our income all of it into the line of credit, taking expenses out, and putting income back in and paying yourself back and letting the cash flow keep the balance down, right? So you figure 1 month of doing velocity banking where this guy takes out 10K, runs expenses, pays himself back. All right, well, the difference is his cash flow. The balance is going to change this dramatically. Less, right? All right, so just some key things to know right there to keep aware of is, knowing your interest costs, which is just to know it. Honestly, it has no effect on my timeline. I get many questions. People are like, Denzel, you're not, where's the interest calculating? There is no interest, bro. Like, it's minimal. It's nothing. Has no effect. Especially if I keep space in the line of credit, I never have to worry about breaching my limit. There's always going to be credit there available when doing velocity banking. So, anyways, that's our first move, right? We get our cash flow increase, 455. Notice how expenses for this particular month is going to go down to 6,358. Okay, puts income back in. Balance should be right around 6,358. Why? Because he makes 10K. We took 10K out, put 10K right back in. So the difference is the expenses that he ran. That makes sense. Okay. So that means 10,000 minus 6,358. That's his cash flow. That space right there. And add, I don't know, 50, 70 bucks of interest onto that. Okay. $6,400 between 6,400 and 10K. That right there is my cash flow. Where is the cash flow? In the line of credit. Plus he has what? 5K of space. So he's got his 5K and he's got his cash flow, which I never lost. And my friend wiped out the credit card debt. And he also lowered the balance on other debts. And also he paid all his bills. What? You'll catch me. You'll catch it after I'm gone. You'll get it. So we keep doing this month by month. All right? And you figure his next chunk, if we start in December, conservatively, he can make another chunk in March 2019. Okay? March of 2019. And I increased his chunk by $1,000 just because. All right? 11,000. So, 11,000, we're going to what? Tackle the next debt. What's the next debt, Denzel? We're going to tackle this. December, January, February, March, so that's 3-4 months out. This balance is going to be down, right? It's going to be right around 6K. Okay, cool. So that means I have another 5,000 from my chunk. Where can I put that 5,000? Right here. Right here. That'll bring the balance down to 15K. But also, January, February, March, paying what? 455, right? So that balance might come down to, I don't know, right around 14K. Yes or yes? What do you think? I think so. The credit balance be right around 14K and some change. All right, so for the month of March, my cash flow will go up 127 because I no longer will have that. 5K went towards that debt right here. Brings the balance down. So I'm going to have that increased cash flow of 455 and the 127. All right. So we do velocity banking again. All right. Expenses come out. Income stays in. All right. Keep doing it. Listen. April comes. literally 1 month, right? And then come over here, April, May, June, right? I didn't write all the numbers out because I didn't have space. So we're going to make a transition. This is for this scenario for my guy. Pay very close attention, sir, because this is critical right here. Because I know you mentioned to me that on the business side that you can get me a line of credit for $40,000, which is very good. So I want to be able to utilize that. So I factored that into this scenario, and I went conservative because I know you told me like in 4 months that you'll have that thing active and you'll get it going. But you know how I am. I just went a little more conservative, okay? And I said, listen, by July, okay? So we've done 2 chunks so far, and we've wiped out 2 credit cards and brought the balance of this credit card down significantly, as well as the car, student loans, mortgage. Okay, everything's lowering, right? And I'm not losing my cash flow in the process. And I'm paying off debts rapidly. So here's the transition. In July, your line of credit might have like a balance of like 600 or 1,000. Yes, between 600 and 1,000. That's what I figured. It's like the balance on that line, on the checking line of credit. We're going to make a transition to your business line of credit. It's going to have credit limit of 40,000. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a chunk payment. You're going to wipe out that line of credit. We're also going to make a chunk payment towards your car. Okay? Right here, 381. By July of 2019, your balance on the car will be somewhere around here, 12,500. 12,800 will wipe out this credit card as well. So I'm gonna get an increased cash flow of 455 plus 381. It's almost $1,000. That's awesome. Okay, on top of the 127, the 187. Okay, we're in business, man. Okay, look at that. So we make a chunk. Expenses, right? Still got to pay our expenses, but notice how they're down from 6686 down. Now they're out to 5849.93. Okay, and then we put our income back into that business line of credit. Your balance should be around 21,752.93. All right. Now, do velocity banking. Keep doing it. Expenses, income, balance. Okay? This is a busy month. Write that down for you, my friend. July is a busy month. We're making a transition from checking line of credit to the business line of credit. We're making 3 chunks, wiping out 3 debts, increasing our cash flow by that amount. And then we're running expenses through that line of credit, and then we're paying ourselves back 10K. All right? Now, I'm assuming your income will also increase, but I haven't even factored that in. Just being conservative. Okay? Now, fast forward to December of 2019. The balance on your business line of credit should be about 1,000 and some change. Okay? What's the next debt that we're going to tackle off this list? Student loans, right? Cool. Well, in 13 months, right, this will be down, yes? Okay. So I did some math here. My next chunk, the way I got this number is I did my 2/3 rule, took 66% of 40,000. Boom. Okay? That's my chunk towards your student loans. Okay? Now, we're going to do velocity banking all the way through April of 2020. So, December, January, February, March, April. 4 or 5 months, right? Balance on your student loan should be somewhere around this number, 15,203. So by April, May 2020, after doing velocity banking, right, we're going to make our last chunk, pay off student loans, and get that cash flow increase of 372.30. Okay? Look, expenses are going to go down to 54.77.63 from 58.49.93. Get that? Your cash flow conservatively, because remember, I was using 3K cash flow to begin with the whole entire time. I just ran with 3K. Now, there are going to be months where you run 5K cash flow. Cool. All you're doing is speeding up my timeline even faster. All right? So from 3K, we went to 45. If you were actually cash flowing 5, then you add 1522.37. Now that's at 6,005. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. So, in a matter of 21 months or less, we wipe out how much money? Add it for me. 22,000 plus the 6,311 plus the 14 plus 47. Oh, yeah. Add those numbers up for me. Also, add 801.07 times 21 months or less, because that's the mortgage payment. We're still paying our bills when we do velocity banking. All right, it's not like you make a chunk and don't pay the bill the next month. No, we're making our chunk and paying the bills. Cool? Let me know what number you get. Comment below. The mortgage started out at $169,000 way back here in December 2018. But if we are in 2020 of what? May? Yes, May of 2020. This mortgage balance will be down. Yes, so I just said 10,000. He shaved off the principal. That is very concerning. I know it'll be lower than that. So 159, let's say. Our new chunk is going to be 27,134.22. Denzel, where'd you get that number from? Times cash flow by 6 months. You get that. Okay? So if he makes a chunk of 27,134.22 from his $40,000 line of credit every 6 months, that equals $88,612.29 in a year's time. No, Denzel, 6 months, you can only chunk twice. No. If you look at a calendar from January to January, if I make a chunk in January and then go 6 months, and then I chunk in July, and then go 6 months, and I chunk in what? January, that's 27. Okay? It's weird how that works, but I'm telling you, when do velocity banking, you have to count the same month that you're in when you do a chunk, because you're also paying your bills and satisfying all expenses. So that's where we get that huge boost and effect, where we start getting way ahead of all my debt snowball people and debt avalanche. That's how we get way ahead of them. All right? So if we do that, and we're paying 801.07 the other 9 months, right? So 3 months out of the year we're chunking 3 times. And then the other 9 months is 801.07. Do the math. Look, just times that number by 2. Let me know what you get. Listen, I kid you not. The house would be paid off in under 2 years. So conservatively, we're looking at what, just under 4 years completely debt free. Now I know this guy can speed it up for me and do what I wanted to say from the beginning, was I want to have you debt free in 2.5 years. I know I can do that, because that's 1 year, not counting the mortgage payments the other 9 months. So if I was to factor that in, that's quite a bit more money. Okay. Well, you know what? I think I did factor it in. If you do the math for me, 27 times 3 plus 8010. Let's see if you get that number. Let me know. Either way, that number right there over 1 year, and then if I do it again in the next year, in that 6 months period where I chunk 27,000 and then 6 months 27,000. Ooh, we are so, I want to say like 15, 16 months. The house, it's, by the time we actually do velocity banking on the house, I'll have that thing paid off in a year and a half. And then everything else initially took me like a year and a half as well. So 3 years. We can do this. Mind you, remember, this is all conservative. All he has to do for me is get 5K cash flow. 6 months out of the whole timeline. Speed that up. And then get me a raise, make more money in the business. Come on. Who are we kidding? Who are we kidding? So, couple things. I'd like you to join my my beta program, okay? If you go to my Patreon page, you sign up at tier 3 level, you're going to get access to work with me individually, one-on-one, all right? This is not going to be forever, okay? The spots are filling up quickly, okay? There's maybe 10, 15 spots left at tier 3. I know that's going to fill up so fast because it's a no-brainer. Tier 3 is a no-brainer, especially for my business owners that have, business income and personal income, or just, people who are, dual incomes, husband, wife, household, right? You combine the income together, sign up at tier 3, and let's get to work. Who are we kidding, right? Listen, I'd love to work with you one-on-one. I had another gentleman I was talking to. He was like, dude, you're like the president. It's hard to get to you now. I'm like, trying to serve, man. I'm trying to just serve people day in and day out. Working hard. Let's go. So I'm really excited for the rest of this month. And just to remind you, anyone that does sign up at tier 3, you're going to get a shirt. Okay, we're going to have a conversation. Be like, hey, what's your shirt size? I'm going to send it to you. Right? Any color you like. Whatever design, you can get this nice, beautiful face, walk around with, and you get to share the message, which is how to pay off debt, how to increase cash flow, lower your expenses, and raise your credit score, all using your own income so that you can satisfy your personal and financial needs, so that you may establish the kingdom here on earth, which is what you have been designed to do. Oh, can I preach? Can I preach? Listen, have a wonderful day. God bless. Love you. Talk to you soon. Look forward to you joining tier 3. And come 2019, it's going to be a brand new year. I'm going to be 23 years old. I'm going to get taller, maybe not. Who knows? We'll see. Have a wonderful day.